A time of innocence. A state of grace.
This person actually goes on to recommend a movie. He says, I heard you mention The Departed a few times. If you haven't already, you might want to check out State of Grace, an overlooked mobster flick from 1990 that was unfortunately released around the same time as Goodfellas and Miller's Crossing. It has Sean Penn, Ed Harris, Burgess Meredith, Robin White, topless. All right, that made it a little creepy. And Gary Oldman, who gives an Oscar-caliber performance.
You take your hands and you take your gun, but you put the prints on the gun, you stash it. The cops find the gun. They're looking for a dead man.
This is somebody's hands?
Yeah. Hey.
What are you touching them for?
Terry, mate Flynn.
Yo, don't fuck with me. No, don't fuck with me. Don't.
All right. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen State of Grace, I've seen that. I'm actually due to watch that again. Gary Oldman is, you know what? If you just saw him play Commissioner Gordon in Batman and the reserved performance that he did, and then you see him in State of Grace, you'll realize why that guy is, even though people recognize him as an incredible actor, he's still, I think, one of the most underrated actors of all time. He's fucking unbelievable. And you have to see the face Ed Harris makes without ruining the movie. He gets betrayed. And when he realizes that he's betrayed, the way he twists up his face.
That's how smart you are.
Ed Harris is another one. Dude, that movie is like the guys that are in that movie, for me, are the modern day, like, this is a big statement because you can never replace those guys, but it was my generation's Bronson, Lee Marvin, just the guys. Like, you just wanted to be those guys, and they always had guns, and they never took any shit. It's just fucking, Gary Oldman and Ed Harris. Who else do I put in that? It's a very short fucking list. It's very hard the way nowadays in movies, I think, to be the guy, that classic, women want to get with him and guys want to be him.
Women want him and men want to be him.
And I think a lot of it is because back in the day, like those being in shape, you were just in sort of regular shape, and then it was the way you carried yourself.
Gambling is illegal in this town.
Says who?
Says me. You got a problem with that?
I'm not really sure. Kind of waiting for you to exhale. Actually, yeah, I do have a problem with that.
Kind of like what's his face in Ben Kingsley in Sexy Beast. You guys ever seen that movie? I know I've brought it up a bunch of times. I remember he was inside the actor's studio one time, and they asked him if he worked out before he played that character, and he said no. It was all the way I held my body. He just stood more like erect, and he had like perfect posture, and he just looked like this tough as nails guy, even though it was Ben Kingsley.
Why don't you just put the cigarette out?
What's that, Sancho? You want me to cut your hands off, use it as an ashtray? Yeah, I'll put it out, providing you're prepared to let me stub it out on your eyeball. I'll put it out. Agreeable? No.
And I think there was something about those older guys, like Steve McQueen and those guys, just the way they held themselves. Because you look at them, they all, like Yul Brynner. I mean, all those guys, they were like 140 pounds. But somehow you just look at them like, dude, I wouldn't fuck with those guys. And then like all the stars, too many of the stars nowadays, they got like highlights in their hair, and they got abs, and they got them all oiled up and shit. You're looking at them like, that guy's a fag. I don't know. Did stars back in the day, did they fucking shave their chest hair and landscape their eyebrows. I think there's just something about it, man. I don't know. I don't fucking.
Jimmy says let bygones be bygones. He wants you to come over and join us for a drink. Get him a pitch of anything he wants, huh? Come on, join us. You hungry? You want something to eat? No.
Pull up a chair, kid.
Fuck it.
Motherfuckers see the hoodlums and the crooks in the street. Have them ducking under bullets till they shook in the week. Clown troops act back down, booking the fleet. Around shoot like Val, you don't put them to sleep. If we see Mad Cal, we put you in meats. It's not burgers, got murder. If you